Good evening, we'll start the session shortly, just 2-3 more minutes.
Ma'am, for the batch 1 also. Is this like batch 1? We have joined for batch 1 also.
Swati ma'am, we are not able to hear you. So this is, if you have attended batch 1, then maybe you would find a lot of things similar to batch 1. Okay?
I think प्रज्ञा आपको मैम अपना नाम लिख लीजिए शायद उसमें नहीं all right, so children, we are going to start shortly. You can switch on your videos, you can put yourself on mute, but please switch on your video so that we can see you. Yes, I can see Rituraj. Yes, I can see a few of them. I can see few of them. Yes. Keep smiling. We're going to start shortly. I can see you, Rituraj. You have raised your hand. Yeah, that's it. That's good. We should be excited for the session. We're going to have a lot of fun with learning. Yeah, that's nice. I can see a lot of hands being raised. Nice. So, are you all excited to go through the session? Yeah. So, Satya Varupu, are you twin brothers? You can raise your hand. You can raise your hand. Both of you. Yes, I can see you. I can see you. I saw you. You both are similar. And similar t-shirt also you're wearing. We are going to start shortly, maybe in 1 or 2 minutes, okay? In 2 minutes, we'll start the session, all right? Keep smiling till then. So shall we start? What do you say? Raise your hands if you want me to start. Let me see how many of you are all set and geared up. All of you. Yeah, I can see that. Yes. Okay. Last 30 seconds maybe, and then we'll start. Call your parents. If your parents are not sitting with you, tell them we are going to have a lot of fun and learning together. All right, shall we begin? Yes, let's go ahead. So, good afternoon, parents and children. I hope you all are doing great. Yeah, all right. So, I welcome you all on behalf of Educational Initiatives for this webinar. And I am Swati Ranjan. I'm going to be your companion today. And we are going to discuss ratio, rates, and conversion. All right. So I'll request all the parents to please be with us, invest this 1 hour of your time with us today. And trust me, you all are going to have fun and it's really going to be really helpful. Okay. So what we are going to discuss, we will cover basics of unitary method through live class, MindSpark live class. All right. We'll discuss unit conversions, comparing unit rates, real life examples of unitary method. Then we'll also have quiz for parents. We'll introduce you formally to MindSpark live class and we'll also have a few question and answers. All right. So to take you for this session ahead, let me welcome Ms. Pradnya Gokhale. Let me introduce Ms. Pradnya Gokhale to you. She has been an educationist last 25 years. She's been associated with British Council School and she's been a thorough academician. All right. So let me welcome ma'am. Pradnya ma'am, welcome.
Thank you, Swati, and good evening to all the students and parents and educators who are there. Thanks for joining.
Good evening to you, ma'am. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm really very glad to have you here for this session. So, ma'am, I have few questions before you begin the session. I wanted to ask you, in fact, I was wondering, ma'am, that why schools depend upon educational initiatives?
Okay, so I would say, why wouldn't schools rely on educational initiatives? Because we are pioneers in EdTech with 20 long years of experience and in two areas. So one is assessment and one is learning solutions. And we are present in 19 countries, 5,000 schools are connected with us. We have around 10 lakh plus students who have learned through MindSpark, and that makes MindSpark a popular choice. Apart from that, we have conducted around 10 million assessments till date, which gives us whooping number of 5 billion student responses, which have helped us in deep insights in the way students learn.
Commendable, ma'am. And I really am very excited for the session, ma'am. But let me tell you that no wonder that educational initiative has such an impact on the school and teachers and children, everybody. So, ma'am, I was a little curious to know what made you pick up unitary method and ratio and proportion as a topic for today's webinar?
Yeah, that's a good question, Swati. I'll tell you, because ratio and proportions is introduced in grade 5, isn't it? So those children who are in grade 5, you would say, yes, agree to that. Allude to that, children learn division to start with in grade 3, then they move on to fractions in 4th, from ratio proportions. We are teaching application of ratio proportions, that is unitary method. That is also taught in 5th or grade 6. Today's webinar, we are going to focus on this. Then in grade 7, we have percentages, profit and loss, and different types of proportions is taught in grade 8. And the culmination of all this, all these concepts are taught in grade 9 and 10 in commercial mathematics.
Great, ma'am. So no wonder, because children, as you heard, Pradnya ma'am said that it's not only about a chapter, it is about, like, every day's requirement in daily life. Okay, so before we go ahead, children, please make sure you have a paper and pen with you so that you keep making a note. All right, and I'm sure parents are sitting with children. So Pradnya ma'am, let's go ahead with the session. Over to you.
Yes, yes. So children, wait on, and I'm first going to introduce myself, right? So you have to guess who am I. I'm giving you the first clue, right? So I am proud to say that I am used by Queen Elizabeth. Think whether you're getting any answers. I'm also the unit of weight, my second clue. And look at the third clue. If you have 5 of me, you actually have 500 Indian rupees. Any guesses? Are you able to guess who am I?
Not able to guess, ma'am. I'm totally clueless, absolutely puzzled.
Oh, are the children really thinking, here we are and I am a pound, the currency of England? That's great if you have guessed it correctly. So we begin now, and today we are having a twist and we are bringing in Avengers.
Oh my God, I am super excited to know that, ma'am.
And Avengers are going to teach us unitary method, ratio and proportions. So you wouldn't have heard these stories. So my first story goes ahead. Are we excited? Here comes the first story. You know Iron Man, right? So Iron Man is, as you know, is very intelligent, okay, and is great at physics. Now this story has a question. He built a huge garage of 1,250 indigenous guns. His father, Howard, he encouraged him to construct 5 more garages. Okay, how many? 5 more. No, so now how many guns will Iron Man now have if he had equal number of guns in each garage? The options are there in front of you, and Swati ma'am is going to tell us how we are going to answer the question.
All right, children. So we'll have a poll question, and you have to just select your answer. I hope you have a pen and paper with you. Please don't write the answer in the chat box. And parents, please don't help children, all right? And children, you'll get 1 minute to solve the question, all right? So let me have the question here. And your time starts now. Good going, children. Very nice. So 30 seconds remaining, children. Hurry up, hurry up. Please hurry up. 15 seconds remaining, all right? Okay, 3 seconds remaining. 3, 2, and 1. Time has stopped, all right? So, Pradnya ma'am, Please help us with the answer and also tell me how did you solve it. Ma'am, you're on mute, I guess.
Those who have opted for option D, that is 6,250, are correct. And let's see, how do we solve this, right? So let's go ahead by solving this question. So suppose you have, it was given that one garage, how many guns did it have? 1,250 guns. Now, how much will 5 garages happen 5 times? So it will be more, isn't it? So it will be 1,250 into 5. That is equal to 6,250 guns. And therefore, the answer is option D. So what mantra? I have brought a mantra for you, all of you. So the mantra is to get many, you multiply. It was given 1, we had to get many garages. So the mantra is multiply. Remember M and M. All of you, will you remember that?
You also solved a mystery for me, ma'am, the mystery of M and M.
Wow. Okay. So remember this, because now we are going to tell you another mantra. Okay, so keep noting all this. The next mantra is, what happens when, suppose this was many, but now what happens when you are to solve for 1? Imagine, right? You use even the unitary method. Now, what do I mean by the word unitary? Unitary comes from the word 1 unit. Unit is 1. And 1 unit equals to the value of 1. So if you have to follow how to do for 1, to find 1, we divide, and to find many, we multiply. Quickly note down this, because you may have to use this somewhere. So remember, children, if you have to have 1, you divide. If you have to multiply, if you have to find many, you multiply. So here comes our second story of Avengers. So before that, let me tell you what do we do, right? So now I'm taking you an example. So a car covers distance of 200 kilometers in 5 hours, okay? The car is moving at that speed. How much does it cover in 1 hour? Now you have to find out the speed of the car. So you have to find out 1. So how do we do? Always it is advisable that what is given you write on your left. Okay, so I write hours here and I write kilometers here, right? Now this is given. Now what you do is, it was given 5 hours, 200 kilometers. Now they are asking per hour, how many kilometers, right? So we divide, was the rule. So for 1 hour, it will be equal to 200 divided by 5. And as you know, simplest form, it will be equal to 40 kilometers. And therefore, speed is equal to 40 kilometers per hour. Yes? So this is how you find for 1. And here comes our second story, as I was telling you earlier. Are you prepared for the Avenger? Here comes the second. This is a story of Captain America. So one day, Red Skull, enemy of Captain America, bought 10 warships for $2,500. His assistant, Dr. Zola, asked him, "Sir, what price did you purchase the shield for?" Red Skull couldn't answer, as he was not intelligent like all of you here. Are you smart enough to tell what was the price of, remember, 1 shield? Read the question carefully. Options are there. And Swati ma'am is going to tell us how do we do it.
All right, children. So again, I hope you have a pen and paper with you and you remember all the instructions that you'll get 1 minute and parents are not going to help you. All right. So I am just going to launch the poll for you. Yes. Give me one moment. One moment. And your time starts now. Oh, nice. You're going really fast this time. You're very intelligent children, ma'am, I must say.
Oh, wow, that's nice to hear.
30 seconds remaining, children. Hurry up. Only 20 seconds remaining now. Yes, you're going good. 10 seconds remaining, children. And 5 seconds remaining. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So, ma'am, please help me with the correct answer. Also, please solve it for me.
Okay, so all those who have got option B, that is 250, are correct. And we'll tell you, how do we solve it? Okay, it's easy. Let's see how do we go ahead. So how do we calculate? Okay, now it was given that shields, right? And it was given the cost. We had to find out the cost. So it is on the right hand side. What we know on the left, 10 shields, $2,500, one shield, how much? How? So therefore, one shield is equal to, how do we find out? 2,500 divided by 10, and that equals to $250. Yes, so those of you who got this answer are correct. Great job. Yes. So I am seeing children raising up their hands. Yeah. So let's move ahead and let's see, what did we learn from this? We learned to solve unitary method. To find one, the mantra is we divide. And to find many, we multiply. Remember M&M. So here is our third story. Now, there is somebody who is saying, hey, I'm also late for school. Please help me, like many of you here. Okay, so here comes our third Avenger. And who is he? Your favorite Spider-Man. Yes. So when Spider-Man woke late and he realized that he was late for school, the school was 5 kilometers away and took 25 minutes to reach the school by road. So what he does, he swings and he has to go only then 3 kilometers. Can you help Spider-Man to calculate the time taken to cover 3 kilometers with the same speed as he walked? And the options are there, and Swati ma'am is going to start the poll and tell you. Over to Swati ma'am.
Yes. So children, I'm sure by now you're all excited to answer the question, right? So again, it's a poll question. Don't write your answer in the chat box. And instructions are the same. All right, you get 1 minute. So here goes your question. Time starts now.
Are the children answering, Swati?
Yes, I can see a little slow, but yes, they're picking up now.
Great.
30 seconds remaining, children. Please hurry up now. 20 seconds remaining. What happened? You're a little slow this time. Hurry up, hurry up. Yeah. Good going. Yes. All right. 5 seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And yes. All right. So, ma'am, please answer and please also help me with the answer, and also please let us learn how did you solve it.
Yes. So most of you must have guessed it right, and the correct option is option B, that is 15 minutes. And let's see how did we arrive at this, right? So we had 5 kilometers, which took him 25 minutes. So we find out for 1 kilometer, you remember? So for 1 kilometer, we divide 25 by 5, as our mantra is for 1 divide, and we get 5 minutes. Now we have to find for 3 kilometers. So that is many. Our mantra is for many multiply. That is why we multiply 5 by 3, and that we arrive at the answer 15 minutes. But children, do you know one thing? Tony Stark thought the other way. He was quick like all of you. And you know what he did? He solved it like this. He said, oh, this sum, it seems familiar. 5 kilometers, 25 minutes. So minutes is 5 times of kilometers, right? So for 3 kilometers, simple, no? You multiply 5 by 3 and you get 15 minutes. Need not do for 1, again multiply. Oh, who will do all that? And friends, what is this called? This is actually called proportion, right? So now let us define what is proportion, right? And ratio. So ratio, as you all know, it is comparing two numbers. And how do you compare? By division. And what is proportion? When two numbers are equal, they are said to be in proportion, right? So let's take an example, okay, to understand ratio and proportion. We have already saw a lot of examples using proportion. So let's see one more. You have 10 ice creams. Ice creams, isn't it good? It costs 500 rupees. What would be the price of 100 ice creams if this was asked to you? So let's put them in proportion. So 10 ice creams is to 10 ice creams is equal to 100 ice creams is to what? So as I told you, you can do the ratio as division. So 10 upon 500 is equal to 100 upon x. X meaning unknown quantity, right? So that gives us that 100 ice creams would cost 5,000 rupees. As simple as that, isn't it? So because 100 is 10 times, so it is as simple. So let's summarize and we'll see what we remember from all this. See, the Avenger is telling us to find many, we multiply. To find one, we do the opposite, that is divide. And we multiply and divide if we want to find out in using proportion. So note this down quickly or take a snapshot. And because a revision time, we have a revision time, Swati. And we have one more Avenger, our last Avenger for today. And look at this. He is Hulk. Got it right. Bruce Banner, being a great doctor, in 15 days could train 225 paramedical staff to handle corona patients. If he only has 50 days with him, how many paramedical staff can be trained? And the options are there, and Swati ma'am is going to start the poll.
All right, children, I hope you all are ready, right? Okay, so time is 1 minute and parents are not going to help you. Here is the question. Time starts now. They are very fast this time, ma'am. I can see.
Wow. Swati, you're really gearing them up, okay? You're a real companion for them.
Yeah, I'm their friend today actually. I have to help them out. So children, 30 seconds remaining, okay? Hurry up now. Come on, hurry up. Very good going, but only 15 seconds remaining, all right? Hurry up, hurry up. All right, 5 seconds remaining, children. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so ma'am, we'll discuss the answers later, but could you please help us how to solve it and with the correct answer as well? Over to you, ma'am.
Yes. So all those who got option A as 600 are correct. Okay. And let me explain how they are. Now we are knowing the days. So we put it here. We do not know the staff. So we put it on the right. You know, number of days when he trained 15, he could train 225 staff. What will happen? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Oh, I thought maybe you're not able to hear me. So
Oh,
when
I'm
we
just
have,
trying to observe and busy making a
okay,
note what you're teaching.
so when he has to solve 40, what do? We divide, we say 15 ratio, proportion, we equate it to 225. We don't know this. This is X. We cross multiply, we get 15X is equal to 225 into 40 divided by 15. Those who have their math great, it is 15 square, 15 15s are 225. We have 15 into 40, that equals to 600. Yes, and that's your answer, those who answered it correctly. Yes, Swati, did you understand?
I did, ma'am. Now I think I am very clear on the concept now. I'm sure all children are as well.
Yes. So we move ahead and I'm going to tell you what are the applications of unitary method, right?
Yes, ma'am. I would like to ask you applications, the real life applications basically, because
Yes.
as we mentioned in the beginning that we're also going to talk about it. So please tell us about
Correct.
the real life application of the
So
concept.
as you know, as we found out, it is used for finding out the price of goods, finding the total time taken by the vehicle, speed. You remember persons covering the distance. Then some of your parents must be buying cars. So how to find out the mileage of the car. In business, it is also to determine profit and loss and is also used to find percentages. So it has got a great many usages. So children, remember our mantras and remember to practice is what we feel. So Swati, I said
Yes, ma'am.
we ask loads of questions to the children. Why don't we quiz their parents? What say?
Ah, brilliant idea, ma'am. That's what I was wondering because I always feel that all kids have all the fun, always. So why only kids? Let's ask a question to the parents also. But children, I can see few of your parents missing. I can't see them. So I'm giving you maybe 30 seconds. Please call your parents. Yes. Please do that.
Yeah, so okay. Wow, some parents have started coming in. Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Right. I can see that.
Shall we ask them now?
Yes, I think most of them are here. Yes, ma'am, we can ask the question to parents.
Okay, here we go. So, in a farm, there are 10 animals. Remember, okay, children, you don't tell the answers if you know. Some have 2 legs and some have 4 legs. Okay, if there are 34 legs in total, what is the total number of 2-legged animals and 4-legged animals? Is your question. So, my question is, 10 animals, 2 legs, 4 legs. Now you have to guess how many 2-legged animals and how many 4-legged animals.
So you parents, as children, you get 1 minute to solve it. I know it's a little difficult question. Even I am trying to figure it out. But you get 1 minute, all right?
Swati, are they thinking?
I think they're thinking and also trying to solve. But ma'am, in the meantime, I think, yes, few parents are raising their hands also. In the meantime,
Okay.
ma'am, you can tell us the way to solve it.
Okay. So most of you must have got it correctly. So, you know, when there is something unknown, we as mathematicians, we always think of, let's take X and Y. So 2-legged animals, let's put at X, 4 legs, Y, form an equation. Therefore, X and Y, X plus Y is equal to 10. That's our first equation. 2X plus 4Y is equal to 34. That is our second equation. And we try this simultaneous equations, right? But let us
Yes.
have a shortcut. Yeah. So we are like the Tony, you know, so we are like the Iron Man who is intelligent. And all of you must have thought of a shortcut. And here is the shortcut to solve. Okay. Now, Swati, I have had 10 animals. I've put them as blocks, right? And
Yes.
all have minimal 2 legs. So let's put the legs here. Okay, we have all 2 legs for all of them naturally. Then, so I'm going to put quickly the 2 legs. So how many legs would that be then, Swati?
The 20.
Yes, you are right. So how many remaining?
14.
14. So what I'll do is, Swati, you keep counting. I'll add
I
two
will
more
do that.
legs
Yes,
to it.
ma'am. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14.
So we have
Okay.
now, yeah, did you understand that? So now
I
have you
got
got
it
the
now,
answer?
ma'am. Yes, I
You know
did
what
get
the
it now.
answer is?
Yes. So
The
I think,
answer,
ma'am, there are 7 animals with 4 legs and 3 with 2 legs. Am I right?
yes, you got
Yes.
it correct. And some of you, those who have got it correct, great job. But Swati, you know, you kept telling me that children are doing, and I'm very curious to know what is their result. Can you share it with all of
Yes,
us?
ma'am, I will do that. Just give me
Yeah,
a
children?
moment. I am going to show you the result now. So I'm sure kids must be
Wow.
wondering how did they perform? Can you see it, ma'am?
Yes, I'm able to see the result. Yes, I'm able to see. And
Yes. So seeing the result, ma'am, I am wondering a little because a lot of children have answered all the questions correctly and they have done really well. But still, ma'am, I was wondering that you have made the concept so clear. I mean, you taught it so well with everything. You explained it with a pen and they were seeing you solving it. Everything was happening. But still, like few of them have made a mistake. So I feel there is a gap. What do you call this gap? Why did this happen?
yeah, you know, in pedagogical, or you may say, we call that as a learning gap. Okay. And why this happens now, generally it is stated that there is a learning gap of average of 30%. Uh, it depends upon the levels of learning of the children, though. This
Yes, ma'am.
is a scenario when children were going to school, teachers were teaching them face to face. But however, due to COVID times, the situation has changed. And this is a research which tells us that the learning gap is as high as 50%, and especially in mathematics.
this 50% sounds very alarming to me, because as parents, like, I'm sure everybody must be worried to know this, because um, gap increasing to 50% has a lot of repercussions, right, ma'am? So, ma'am, we know it has happened like this, and it is happening like this every day. So, ma'am, if you could give us a way, how do we manage and how do we fill this gap?
Okay, sure. And parents, you are needed now because we are discussing strategies of how to overcome this loss. So let me show you a two-way method of how we can solve, how can we solve this problem. So one, I would say definitely impactful teaching, dovetailed with daily eye practice, that is intelligent practice.
What
And
is
again,
intelligent practice? What is this I practice, ma'am?
okay, I am going to take you to intelligent practice, that is through Mind Spark. Wait on Swati. I will
Right,
take
ma'am.
all our wonderful children to the world of Mind Spark. And you all know, type www.mindspark.in and you say login, you have username and password, and you log in. And as soon as you log in, you will be in the world of mathematics, where there are loads and loads of daily questions for you to practice on. So I'll just show you one or two, not more, so that you can explore it for yourself, right? We were doing unitary method. So let's look at one of the questions. Right, Swati?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
here we go. So now look at this question. So this is a question which has popped up. They're asking you a response. And if I'm going to write the response, this is what it is telling us. So now it is asking us what will one, so the way of asking is all unique, right? There is a drop down here. And if I click this, say 1/10 will cost more than, so it is giving clues. In case I'm wrong, I'm saying 10 times, it is giving me clues, right? Then I understand, oh, I was wrong. So then when I was right, it will award me. And what will be the cost of one notebook? Now here it is asking for a response. So if I answer this correctly, it is saying I'm correct. And this is the way questions are solved. Now it says next, and it gives another question. So
So, ma'am,
here,
you mean to say that for every child, Mind Spark does not settle till the time it makes sure that child has learned it completely. First, it gives different clues to children, make sure that child answers correctly. If they don't answer correctly, then they give the complete concept behind it and check it at different level. Right, ma'am?
very true,
And that's
very
how
true.
children do intelligent practice with Mind Spark. So,
Yes,
ma'am, this is one aspect of it. What you mentioned of intelligent
yes.
practice. What is your take on impactful teaching? How is it going to help the teachers?
I'm going to show you that. So now the teachers also have a unique username password, okay? And they will also log in and look at, they will monitor the reports of the students, do their interventions, and see, I'll just have a peep through the teachers. We are not. So this is how she'll activate the topics, right? And here
Okay.
can look at the reports of all her students here, and not only
That,
how much did they get, but
yeah.
how did they solve it, what is the remediation that they should be doing, what are the concepts, what is the remediation that should be doing. So this kind of practice is available for the teachers.
So, ma'am, you mean that teachers not only keep monitoring what child is learning, but also they diagnose it immediately, give the remediation, also identify the common wrong answers, and all these are possible for them to do together, right? To make the teaching very impactful.
Very true,
Right, ma'am?
Swati.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, ma'am, like, so parents must be wondering that, we are also trying to do, like, giving the best to the child. How is it different from MindSpark?
uh, yes, So I'll tell you, nowadays parents, all of you have got so many plethora of learning, and you must be wondering what is that. So I would call it, as an academician, I will call the online learning as a sort of a passive learning where students are not involved. As you just saw here, so it is a one-way communication. And that I
Okay.
wouldn't advise any children over here, Swati.
Okay, ma'am. So now I get it. So passive learning, you mean because of the various reasons, right, ma'am? Like one
Yes,
class has more than 35 to 40 children. Of course, though they don't get the individual attention, and there is no parental interaction, there is no revision for the children. All the revisions are absolutely teacher dependent. Ultimately what happens is, like, no discipline in the class. And let's not talk about the cost, because parents have to spend so much of money to give such things to the children. So ma'am, now I want to show parents few things about mindspark live class. All right, ma'am. So
correct.
parents and children, when I talk about a normal online class, when one class has more than 35-40 children, mindspark live class does not have more than 20 children. All right. Consequently what happens is every child gets individual attention by the teacher. And as you have seen that the teaching is, teaching learning both is absolutely a blended thing, because artificial intelligence, machine learning, everything is embedded in it. All right, which is customized for every single child. Instant remediation, you just had a look at it. Doubt clearance, so and immediately working on any misconception the child has. All right. Discipline timing, classes and practice sessions, weekly and monthly tests, reports, and live interaction with the parents. That's all. That's what we, I mean, all these things together we are doing with mindspark live class. Cost we'll discuss later. As I told you, you will be spending a fraction of the cost what you're spending right now. So with altogether, with this impactful teaching with I practice, the learning is 100%. It's not only me saying it. It's like, institutes and organizations like Harvard Business School, JPAL, World Bank, they also vouch for the things what I'm telling you about mindspark live class. Okay, so let me give you a little operational model of live class. And mindspark live class is going to happen for another 24 to 26 weeks. And we'll have 5 hours of session per week, which will include 2 hours of live teaching and 3 hours of practice session. And it's available from grade 3 to 10 and available across all the boards. Okay. So as I told you, Mindspark Live class has highly qualified teachers who have more than 10 years of experience. Weekly, monthly tests happen, weekly communication to parents happen, wherein we discuss with the parents the monthly progress of the child. If you miss a class, that's no problem at all. We also provide you with the recording of the live classes so that you don't miss out anything. Okay, and it's available on all the platforms. All right. So, what is your takeaway, children? As a child, you have AI and ML supported personalized teaching to ensure the conceptual understanding. What will you have, right? So, unlimited practice questions, games, worksheets, and tests to make the learning permanent. All right. So you prepare better, your result is better, and what happens is you have no fear of maths. Am I right? All right. So when I talk about the takeaway for parents, parents have detailed weekly and monthly reports. They have best of the both worlds, human and technology, right? And what do they want from their child? They want the child to have good results. So results improve, and the learning is absolutely self-regulated at your pace. Okay. So now it's time for talk about the pricing, as I said. So 24 weeks of live class and 52 weeks of Mindspark subscription. That means 1 year subscription of Mindspark with 24 weeks of live class will cost you 8,400 per year. Okay, which will come out to 700 per month. But I have a surprise for the parents who are here. So for you all, you will get another 20% discount, which will give you a cost of 6,740 per year. That means it will be 562 per month. I'm sure it's lesser than a pizza cost, right? So same way, like for international students, the cost is 150 US dollars, but after the discount, you will get it for 125 US dollar per year. So our new batch starts soon, and we all look forward to see you all in the class. And batches are really fast filling, children. So please gear up and register yourself. Okay. To register, you have to log on to www.mindspark.in, and I'm sure you are intelligent enough to navigate yourself through the registration page and register yourself. All right. Any query you have, any question you have, you can reach out to us on these numbers, and on this number, and on this email ID. We will solve all your queries, and let's look forward to having you all in the MindSpark live class. All right. So Pradnya ma'am, that's it from me. You want to speak to children for a while?
Yes, I love children anyway. So, those parents who want to type any sort of queries, you can write it in the chat box. But I'm sure children, I would always tell you that how many of you know you're going to have put up your thumbs up, okay? How many of you know the sentence, I love, if you practice MindSpark, I love MindSpark 3000. Who knows this punchline? And I'm sure, Swati, if they're going to practice, they are going to say this, I love MindSpark 3000.
I can see the chat box full of I love MindSpark, I love MindSpark 3000.
Oh, lovely.
And lot of things, like most of the children have written they love MindSpark. So
Lovely.
children, all of you, register yourself, and we really look forward to, having you all in the MindSpark live class, where we are going to start the session soon.
And Swati, don't forget the mantra of Unitary method, what we learned. Will you do that? Will you not forget? Put a thumbs up if you have liked our session today. Yes. Thank you from our side. Yes.
Thank you, children. Thank you, parents. You all were wonderful audience. We really look forward to see you all soon. Thank you so much. So thank you, Pradnya ma'am.
Thank you.
For
So the parents,
all the insights, what you shared.
Swati, the parents have given some questions, so I'm sure our representatives will definitely talk to you all.
Get back to them. Yes, yeah? That's what I told them, that please feel free to reach out to us. We'll get back to you. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Pradnya ma'am.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Batch timings are fixed. Yes, you'll get all the details once you call us. Definitely, we'll talk to all of you.